Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are doing some shop truck updates to the 67 F100. And basically last time I posted a video, I was having some issues with like a possible vacuum leak. And then I was like spraying around on the intake manifold. And then I was like, okay, I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe it might be like a crack in the intake manifold. I don't know. So rather than, taking the whole thing apart, if you know anything about these FE blocks, you have to take the whole valve train off to reseal the intake manifold. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just get a 4-barrel and just fix it up that way. While I'm already in there, we can make a small little upgrade. So things got carried away, and right there is a Crown Vic, which if you're familiar with F100 stuff, you probably already know what that's for. So when I initially bought the truck, I wanted like dependability, just being able to come out here, start it up, drive it to and from the shop and the parts store and everything. And this was probably the best way to go, because basically the plan is, because this is a Crown Vic with a 4.6 liter 2-valve in it, and I'm taking the engine, the transmission, the front suspension, and anything else that I can rob out of this thing really, and putting it into the truck. So I have some parts coming to get that kind of stuff done. So just for the time being, while I'm waiting on all this stuff to come, because I gotta get it like a standalone harness and that kind of stuff. So while all this stuff is coming, I'm just going to, run the truck on the 4-barrel. That way I have a form of transportation, which leads me to my next point, which is I sold my Mustang. If you watch the channel, you've probably seen the Mustang at some point. It's a Grabber Blue 2010 Mustang GT, and I just sold it. So I'm very serious about this F100. I promise you, subscribe to the channel because you're going to see some serious things happen with the F100. So, and it's all in a cart, ready to order. So I'm just waiting, which that leads me to another thing. So I sold my International. I had a 56 International. I think I did one video on it. It's set out there, and just don't have time for it. So I sold it, and it was kind of a lost cause because, there's no aftermarket support for it or anything. So it'd be like 100% custom fabrication type deal probably, or sourcing out the parts yourself, which that's a nightmare for anybody who does this kind of stuff, So I've already started stripping down into the Crown Vic, and actually I have a really good donor car here because it has a 4.6 liter 2-valve. Like I said, it's 70,000 miles on it. When I initially went and looked at it, I knew that all I needed the thing for was the engine, transmission, suspension, and possibly a few other things. So when I went to look at it, there was a bunch of tape on the gauge cluster hiding all the lights that were on. Lucky for me though, there was no engine light or transmission light. So I bought the thing. The thing runs really strong. So I've done like minimal driving in it because the engine runs super strong, transmission shifts good and everything. So I just already started digging into it. All right, so obviously there's a lot of stuff that still has to be done to make the Crown Vic and the truck thing work. So the engine's almost ready to pull. I'm not gonna pull it on the video. I'll do it in the next video, but yeah, I've just been trying to, still keep busy on the 56 Chevy back here. So the engine is essentially ready to pull, almost. I'm gonna pull the engine and transmission at the same time. And I'm trying to get this thing like laid out to where like all the parts start coming in, and then it's ready for, you know, maybe a couple weeks of just every day going at it and trying to finish the thing up. But obviously I'm still working on the 56 back here, which there'll be a video on that pretty soon. So yeah, let's just do an update, kind of get you guys up to par on the setup that we're now running on the truck temporarily. It is running pretty good. The only thing is still the rear end. It's got a Ford 9-inch in it, and it was assembled incorrectly, so I have to just go in there and figure all that stuff out. But it's whining from the rear end, so I have to figure that out. But we'll go over to the truck and show you what we're doing now. All right, guys, so basically I found the 4-barrel intake on a Facebook group, and the guy was super cool to work with, sent the thing, and came in, and I mean, it honestly is too good looking to even be on this engine. This would have been more of like a car intake. The truck intake, I wanted to get rid of that. So with that being said, I'm running a Edelbrock 1407 now. So it runs pretty good, 750 CFM. Runs and starts good. It's got electric choke on it. The 1407 had a manual choke, but they have a electric choke conversion, which I did. So yeah, everything is running and driving great except for that whiny rear end. All right, so for the future of the truck, it's gonna get crazy fast because I want this thing to be reliable. Like I said, I've already said it in this video. I want it to be reliable. Go out there and start it first thing in the morning and be able to drive it to a shop, drive it, you know, a couple hours if I need it. I just want it to be crazy reliable, you know, just like my Mustang was. And I want the same kind of, like, you know, real good handling, you know, a fun truck to drive. So it's going to get crazy. So I think the plan for right now is to 4-link the back. So the rear suspension will be 4-linked. And the front suspension will have the IFS from the Crown Vic. We're running the engine transmission from the Crown Vic. And then probably do a standalone computer like the Holley Terminator X, and X Max actually, so you can have the transmission controller as well. The nice thing about that is parts availability will be pretty nice. Everything's in stock. I haven't decided on the 4-link kit that I want to get. I've narrowed it down to 2. It's just going to give me a much, much better driving experience. It's going to modernize that truck so much, and that's exactly what I want, because eventually I want it to be able to throw down some stupid power. So again, this is all going to happen fast. I promise you. This is not like a, you know, wishful thinking thing. This is actually going to happen. I'm trying to find that middle ground to where like everything's going to be quick, and I can, you know, try to turn it around real fast and still be able to focus on my customers' cars. So, and yet have a daily driver, you know, because that was the whole point of buying the 67 F100 in the first place. So what I need more than anything right now from you guys is wheel recommendations. So I know I want to run like a staggered look. So I'm going to keep the 9-inch in the back more than likely. So the front's going to have a bigger distance, like hub to hub, width-wise. So basically, I was kind of thinking like a staggered setup where like the back, you know, has a, you know, pretty good width wheel on it, but with more back spacing, you know, more like a different offset, a deeper dish than the front ones, so that you can make up for the difference in the width between the 9-inch and then what will be the Crown Vic front suspension. So if you guys have any ideas on wheels or anything, or shoot, if you even work at a wheel place, let me know, because I feel like I've been looking at wheels for so long, my retinas just can't take any more of the computer screen burning them. So really guys, I just kind of wanted to update you on this stuff. A lot of stuff happening really fast, but, and I did not expect to sell the Mustang. I mean, I listed it, but I didn't expect to sell it that fast. So that's why this 4x1 intake thing had to happen like that, because now I don't have a form of transportation. I mean, I could bum a ride with my wife, but yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'd really, really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.